Over-socializing is silently draining your power, exposing you to manipulation, and diluting your influence in a world that rewards strategic restraint. In the next 25 minutes, you'll uncover Machiavelli's secret to why socializing can be your worst enemy, and how to wield solitude and selective engagement to become untouchable. Backed by psychological research on influence and status, this isn't just insight, it's your path to dominate life's game. If you've ever felt exhausted, used, or overlooked after socializing, this changes everything. Get ready to reclaim your power. Have you ever left a social event feeling drained, like you gave more than you gained? Maybe you spent hours at a party, making small talk, trying to please everyone, only to realize you revealed too much about your plans or feelings, and someone used it against you later. Or perhaps you joined a group chat at work, hoping to bond, but found your ideas ignored, while a quieter colleague's brief comment stole the spotlight. Picture this. You're at a networking event, smiling, engaging, and being likable, but the next day you're forgotten, while someone who said less but carried an air of mystery commands respect. It's exhausting, isn't it? That sinking realization that your endless socializing, your efforts to connect, be seen, or fit in, is costing you influence, energy, and control. Society conditions us to believe that socializing is the key to success, relationships, and happiness. Think about it. Every teacher who praised your teamwork, every movie glorifying the popular hero, every social media post urging you to network or be outgoing pushes the lie that more socializing equals more power. But here's the brutal truth. Over-socializing makes you vulnerable, predictable, and weak, while strategic restraint, knowing when to step back and choose solitude, builds unshakable strength. A secret Niccolo Machiavelli mastered centuries ago. You're not struggling because you lack charm or effort. You're struggling because you're overexposed in a world that rewards those who control their presence. If you're nodding, feeling the weight of those moments when socializing left you drained, manipulated, or invisible, whether at work, in friendships, or at events, you're in the right place. This isn't about personal failure. It's about a systemic trap that leaves outgoing people exploited by those who master selective engagement. Stick with me, because we're about to unveil Machiavelli's secret to why socializing can be the worst thing you do, dismantle the myths holding you back, and arm you with tools to wield solitude and strategy, transforming you from a social pawn into an untouchable force. To unlock this game-changing secret, let's turn to Niccolo Machiavelli, the 16th century strategist whose masterpiece, The Prince, exposed the mechanics of power that govern every interaction, from workplaces to friendships to social gatherings. Machiavelli's insight: the wise man does at once what the fool does at last. True power lies in controlling your presence, not scattering it through endless socializing, because overexposure invites manipulation and dilutes influence. Modern psychological research backs this. Robert Cialdini's influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, shows that scarcity and selective engagement amplify authority, while studies from Journal of Personality and Social Psychology reveal that overly social individuals are perceived as low status, making them targets for exploitation. The most powerful people, think of reserved CEOs, enigmatic influencers, or strategic negotiators, don't over-socialize. They wield solitude and calculated presence to dominate. We'll break this down into 3 actionable levels to make you untouchable. First, recognition, identifying how over-socializing undermines your power and why strategic restraint is superior. Second, protection, building defenses to avoid exploitation while cultivating influence. Third, mastery, wielding Machiavellian tactics to use solitude and selective engagement to command respect ethically. This isn't about becoming a loner or cold. It's a practical system you can apply today, in your next event, conversation, or relationship, to shift from drained to dominant. Are you ready to see why socializing is sabotaging you and become a master of strategic power? Let's dive into Machiavelli's secret. Let's unveil how over-socializing drains your power and why Machiavelli's strategic restraint proves superior, rooted in his warning that men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims. Psychological research, like Cialdini's work on influence, shows that constant socializing signals availability, making you predictable and exploitable. Strategic solitude, however, creates mystery and authority, as Machiavelli practiced. Most people are blind to how their social habits undermine them. Here's how over-socializing costs you, grouped into themes with vivid examples to spark aha moments. Theme 1. Over-socializing invites exploitation. Costs 1 to 4. Overexposure. Trap. Constant socializing reveals too much. Example: you share your career plans at a party, and a friend uses it to compete against you, stealing an opportunity. Case study: Alex, a client, overshared at a networking event, and a rival pitched his idea first, costing him a deal. Reciprocity manipulation. Your social generosity is exploited. Example: you always host group outings, but others take without giving back, draining your resources per Cialdini's reciprocity principle. Trust betrayal. Openness invites sabotage. Example: you confide in a colleague about a workplace struggle, and they gossip, damaging your reputation, as seen in Alex's case. Guilt. Exploitation. Your eagerness to connect is used against you. Example: a friend guilts you into attending every event, saying you're never there, controlling your time. Theme 2. Over-socializing dilutes authority. Costs 5 to 885. Perceived low status. Constant engagement signals neediness. Example: you chat with everyone at an event to be liked, but a reserved guest commands attention, per Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. 6. Lack of boundaries. Always being available invites disrespect. Example: you reply to every group chat instantly, but others ignore your input, seeing you as disposable. 10. Over-talking. Excessive speech reduces impact. Example: you ramble in a meeting to seem friendly, but a concise colleague's point lands stronger, per social influence studies. 8. Predictability. Social patterns make you manipulable. Example: you always attend every invite, so others exploit your presence, reducing your bargaining power. Theme 3. Over-socializing drains power. Costs 9 to 12. 9. Energy depletion. Constant socializing exhausts you. Example: you attend back-to-back events, leaving no time for your goals, leading to burnout, per productivity research. 10. Lost focus. Social overload distracts from priorities. Example: you spend hours networking, missing a deadline while a focused peer advances, per Journal of Applied Psychology. Diluted presence. Over-socializing makes you forgettable. Example: you blend into every conversation, while a selective speaker's brief comment leaves a lasting imprint. Cyan. 12. Opportunity cost. Time spent socializing steals growth. Example: you skip a skill-building course to attend a social event, falling behind a strategic rival. The aha moment is critical. Over-socializing doesn't build power. It exposes you to manipulation, dilutes your authority, and drains your energy, while strategic restraint makes you untouchable. Reflect. How many times have you felt drained, used, or overlooked after socializing too much? Maybe you overshared at a party, agreed to every invite, or lost focus on your goals. That's the recognition shift, seeing socializing as a trap that hands power to others. Pattern interrupt. Are you noticing how your constant socializing, always being on, pleasing others, or filling silces, has cost you respect, energy, or control? Once you see this, you can't unsee it. And that's your first step to wielding strategic restraint like Machiavelli to claim untouchable power. Now that you recognize how over-socializing undermines you, let's build a fortress to protect your power from exploitation, using Machiavelli's strategic wisdom of restraint and selective engagement. Protection starts with awareness. Notice when you're tempted to over-socialize, your urge to attend every event, fill every silence with chatter, or please everyone to be liked. That's the trap springing, signaling you're losing influence. Counter it with specific, research-backed strategies for each cost, ensuring you shield your power while staying authentic and ethical. Over-socializing invites exploitation, overexposure trap. Guard your plans and vulnerabilities. If someone probes your goals at a social event, deflect with, "I'm working on something exciting. What about you?" This protects your strategy, as seen in Alex's case, preventing sabotage, per Social Psychology Quarterly. Example: share only vague details about your next career move until it's secure. Reciprocity manipulation: demand mutual benefit before committing socially. If asked to host or attend an event, say, "I can make it work. How do we balance this?" This ensures fairness, per Cialdini's reciprocity principle. Example: suggest splitting costs for a group outing to avoid being used. Trust betrayal: vet trust before opening up. Test loyalty with small disclosures before sharing sensitive details. Example: mention a minor work goal to a colleague and see if they gossip before sharing bigger plans. Social dynamics studies show this reduces betrayal risk. Guilt. Exploitation: neutralize guilt trips. If a friend says, "You're never there," respond, "I value our time. Let's plan something meaningful." This sets boundaries without conflict, per negotiation research. Example: redirect a guilt trip to a mutual plan that respects your priorities. Over-socializing dilutes authority, perceived low status, limit availability to boost value. Instead of attending every event, say, "I'm focused on a big project. Let's catch up intentionally soon." Cialdini's scarcity principle shows selective presence enhances status. Example: skip a casual team happy hour to focus on a high-impact goal, signaling strength. Lack of boundaries: say no strategically. If pressured to join a non-essential group activity, respond, "I'm prioritizing some goals. Let's plan something later." Journal of Applied Social Psychology shows boundaries increase respect. Example: decline a low-value invite and propose a focused meetup instead. Over-talking: speak less, impact more. In conversations, pause before responding and deliver one clear point. "Here's my take. Let's move forward." Leadership Quarterly shows concise speech boosts authority. Example: at a meeting, share one sharp idea instead of rambling. Predictability: break social patterns. Don't always say yes. Respond, "I'll check my schedule and confirm." This keeps others guessing, per social influence studies. Example: delay agreeing to a group plan to maintain control. Over-socializing drains power, energy depletion. Schedule solo time to recharge. Block 30-60 minutes daily for reflection or strategic planning, free from social demands. Productivity research from organizational behavior and human decision processes shows solitude boosts energy. Example: reserve an hour each morning to focus on your goals before engaging socially. Lost focus: prioritize one key goal daily. Write it down. "Today, I finish this report." Studies show clear priorities enhance focus. Example: skip a distracting social chat to nail a deadline. Diluted presence: be selective in interactions. At an event, focus on one meaningful conversation, then exit early. "Great talk. I've got another commitment." Social psychology shows selective engagement boosts impact. Example: connect deeply with one person at a party, then leave to maintain mystique. Opportunity cost: Invest time in growth over socializing. Say, I'm focusing on a skill-building course. Let's connect later. Example, skip a casual event to attend a career-enhancing workshop, prioritizing long-term power. Apply these, and you'll feel immediate shifts. Colleagues stop exploiting your openness, friends respect your boundaries, and you reclaim energy for what matters. Try one tactic today. Deflect a personal question with a question, say no to a non-essential invite, or block an hour for solo focus. Watch others treat you with newfound respect. Pattern interrupt. What if socializing less doesn't make you isolated? It makes you powerful, ensuring your presence is valued, not expected. By protecting your power, you're building the foundation to dominate with strategic restraint. Now let's ascend to mastery, where you wield strategic solitude and selective engagement to command respect and shape outcomes, using Machiavelli's ruthless tactics. Machiavelli advised, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. Be both." Combine calculated restraint with deliberate influence to become untouchable. Here are advanced techniques to dominate any arena ethically. Tactic 1. Strategic scarcity. Limit your social presence to amplify value. Decline non-essential invites with, "I'm tied up with priorities. Let's plan something impactful." Cialdini's scarcity principle shows this makes others chase your presence. Example, skip a team outing, but attend a key meeting, signaling high value. Tactic 2. Calculated engagement. Build alliances selectively. Offer value to key players, a boss, mentor, or influential friend. But tie it to your goals. "I'm happy to join this. Mind supporting my project?" Adam Grant's give and take shows selective generosity builds influence without overexposure. Example, invite a colleague to a strategic lunch to gain their loyalty for a work initiative. Tactic 3. Outcome. Independence. Act as if social approval is optional. At an event, don't chase inclusion. Say, "I'm here for key connections. What's your focus?" Social psychology shows this confidence makes others seek you. Example, enter a networking event with a clear goal, ignoring pressure to please everyone. Tactic 4. Strategic silence. Use minimal words for maximum impact. In a group discussion, pause 3 seconds, then deliver a concise point. This drives our success. Let's execute. Leadership Quarterly shows silence enhances authority. Example, speak once with impact at a meeting, letting others fill the silence. Tactic 5. Perception. Shaping. Frame solitude as strength. If asked why you're less social, say, "I'm channeling energy into big goals, excited to share results." This creates intrigue, per Cialdini's authority principle. Example, mention a solo project vaguely at an event to spark curiosity. Tactic 6. Anticipate manipulation. Predict social traps. If a colleague often guilts you into events, preempt with, "My schedule's tight. Let's plan something high value." This neutralizes their leverage, per Machiavelli's foresight. Example, decline a manipulative invite before it's asked, citing priorities. Tactic 7. Command timing. Engage socially at peak moments. Attend events where key players gather, but exit early to maintain mystique. Great connecting. I've got another commitment. Kahneman's research shows timing maximizes impact. Example, join a high-stakes networking event, but leave after one impactful conversation. Unlike the masses who over-socialize and lose power, you're the strategist, restrained, selective, and magnetic. Historical anchor. Machiavelli thrived in Renaissance courts by limiting his presence, choosing allies carefully, and acting with calculated timing, making others seek his influence. Apply these tactics, and you're not just avoiding socializing's traps, you're wielding restraint to rewrite the rules of power. Pattern interrupt. Close your eyes and imagine walking into any social situation, a party, a meeting, a group chat. engaging only when it serves you, staying silent when it doesn't, and leaving others in awe of your presence. What if Socializing? Alizing less isn't isolation. It's the key to becoming the most powerful person in the room. That's mastery, ruthless, ethical, and giving you an unfair edge. Let's make this practical with 3 real-world scenarios showing the old you versus the new you, so you can apply strategic restraint immediately and feel the transformation from drained to dominant. Each scenario includes a specific tactic you can use today to shift the power dynamic in your favor. Scenario 1. Workplace dynamics. Old you attends every team event, shares ideas openly, and chats endlessly to be liked, only to be overlooked or exploited. Example: you join every group chat, but a colleague uses your input without credit. New you. Embrace strategic scarcity. Skip non-essential team events with, "I'm focused on deliverables. Let's align later." Share ideas selectively. "I'll present this to the boss first." In meetings, pause, then deliver one sharp point. This strategy drives results. Use perception shaping. Email your contribution. "My analysis shaped this outcome." To secure credit. These combine scarcity, restraint, and authority per Cialdini's principles. Outcome: your boss sees you as a focused leader, colleagues respect your boundaries, and you secure influence without overexposure. Action: decline one non-essential work event today. Focus on one key task and document your contribution. Track how others respect shifts. Scenario 2. Personal relationships. Old you overcommits to friends' plans, shares vulnerabilities, and gets drained, losing respect. Example: you always attend a friend's events, but they flake on yours, taking you for granted. New you. Set boundaries with, "I'm prioritizing balance. Let's plan something mutual." Deflect probes. "I'm private about that. What's your focus?" Invest in high-value connections. "Let's do a one-on-one catch-up." Use outcome independence. If they guilt trip, say, "I value us, but I need mutual effort." These tactics, rooted in Adam Grant's research on reciprocity, ensure you're valued. Outcome: friends respect your time, deepening connections with those who align with your goals. Action: say no to one draining invite and propose a focused meetup. Note how their behavior changes. Scenario 3. Social events. Old you stays late, talks to everyone, and blends in, feeling forgettable. Example: you're the nice guest who's always there but rarely remembered. New you. Wield strategic presence. Arrive sharp, share one bold opinion. "I'm betting on this trend, what's your take?" And exit early. Great vibe, "I've got another thing." Frame solitude as power. "I'm deep into a big project, stay tuned." Spend 15 minutes before the event setting one clear goal, like connecting with a key contact. These combine scarcity, focus, and perception control per social psychology. Outcome: you're seen as intriguing and high value, earning exclusive invites. Action: at your next event, share one impactful comment, exit 20 minutes early, and track follow-up messages or invites. Apply one of these tactics today. Decline a low-value invite, speak once with impact, or frame your focus as strength, and you'll feel the dynamic shift immediately. People will stop taking you for granted and start seeking your presence, treating you as a powerful, untouchable force. These aren't just strategies. They're your first steps to wielding solitude and selective engagement to dominate, transforming you from a social pawn into a master of influence. Before we close, let's address the weight of this knowledge. Strategic restraint is a double-edged sword, powerful enough to make you untouchable in your career, relationships, and social life, but dangerous if wielded recklessly. I'm sharing this as a shield to protect your energy, influence, and goals, not a weapon to isolate yourself unnecessarily or harm others for selfish gain. You're now part of an elite minority, the small percentage who see over-socializing as a trap and wield solitude with precision. Ethically, use this power to build stronger relationships by setting boundaries that foster mutual respect, advance your career by prioritizing high-impact actions, and create a life where you're admired for your strength, not exploited for your availability. Machiavelli warned that power without restraint breeds enemies. History shows those who withdrew too far lost trust and fell to isolation. Wield strategic solitude responsibly, balancing selective engagement with genuine connection to create value for yourself and others. When you attend an event, do it to build alliances, not to dominate. When you choose solitude, do it to sharpen your focus, not to reject others. Do this, and you'll never be drained or outplayed by socializing again. You'll be the one others strive to impress. Take a moment and feel the shift inside you. You're not the same person who clicked play on this video. You're now the strategist who sees socializing as a trap and wields solitude and selective engagement with ruthless precision to command respect. The world that once drained you, you own it now, standing tall with clarity, control, and unmatched influence. To take this further, check my next video on Machiavelli's power plays for unstoppable dominance. We'll end with this timeless Machiavelli quote to etch it into your mind. The wise man does at once what the fool does at last. Go forth into your day, restrained, selective, and unstoppable, ready to bend life's game to your will with strategic power.